Alright, ladies and gents, here's the video about the unit circle. This is something I've been referring to basically ever since we started this chapter, so I'm glad we're finally getting to it. Basically what a unit circle is, it's a circle with a radius of 1, where it will go through all 4 quadrants, and at the edge of the circle in each quadrant is the x and y values based on the trig functions. So each quadrant is going to have our reference angles, so 30 degrees, 45 degrees, and 60 degrees. And the sine and cosine values are going to be labeled on the points. So first, I want to get to our reference triangles, our special right triangles here. Now I said our unit circle is a circle with a radius of 1, so I want to change all these so they're equal to 1. So I'm going to divide everything by 2, and that will get us a radius to be 1. Alright, so here's the result. We did 2 divided by 2, which is 1. Square root of 2 divided by 2, and here we go. It's pretty self-explanatory. Take a quick note of all these, because it's going to make the unit circle a little bit easier to understand. Remember, cosine and sine are the x and y values. So sine of 30 is going to be the opposite of the hypotenuse, and then sine of 30 is also going to be the y value. Alright, here's the unit circle I was referring to. I think it'd be easier to explain if I just had the picture right there available. So, this whole time I've been saying cosine is the x value and sine is the y value, and our radius is going to be 1. Well, I was referring to the unit circle the whole time. Okay, so for a unit circle, the distance from the origin to a point on the circle, that value is going to be 1. Alright, so now let's talk about the values, or the coordinates. Okay, so let's start with our first degree measure. We have 30 degrees. Our x value for 30 degrees, so cosine of 30 degrees was square root of 3 over 2. Our y value for 30 degrees, so sine was 1/2. Okay, let's move on to the next reference angle, which was 45 degrees. This one was pretty easy because they're both the same. So cosine of 45 was square root of 2 over 2. And sine of 45 was square root of 2 over 2. These are all going back to those right triangles we had. And last but not least, our final reference angle was 60 degrees. The x value for 60 was cosine 60, which was 1/2. And the y value is square root of 3 over 2. Alright, so let's move on to the next quadrant. We're at 180 degrees here, 180 degrees. If we go 30 degrees this way, we're going to be at 150. So we'll just label that 150. I'm going to change my color. If we go 45 degrees this way, we're going to be at 135 degrees. And then if we go 60 degrees this way, we'll be at 120. Okay. So the x and y values for 150 degrees. Cosine of 150 is going to be a negative because we're in the second quadrant. And then sine is going to be positive. Same thing for all these points, really. Cosine is going to be negative. And alright, now I'm just going to fill in the rest of this unit circle, and you just press pause and copy it down because I think you get the idea. I mean, we've been doing this in class, finding reference angles and evaluating. It's just putting it all together at once. Alright, now I'm not going to assign any problems for homework. I just want to see that you have this unit circle copied down for class. Okay, enjoy the rest of your night.